Dethroner. It's finally here. From TikTok to YouTube with PricePlow, Ekkovision is finally being talked about on the channel. It took a little bit to get one of these in hand, and it took a little bit to get through all the ingredients on our blog, but we're finally talking about it. We're doing it justice. We've actually got 13 different special ingredients in here. I say special as in they're somewhere between trademarked and patented ingredients. Some of them are just trademarked in that they are named special and they have some sort of reason to be different. Like for instance, Rodeo Prime, Hydro Prime are specific standardizations that other people can achieve, but are trademarked for those specific standardizations, all the way to patented goods like Nitrosigine, like Cellflow 6, S7 and Extra, where there's patented technology that is different and has been studied on its own. So a lot of different hard-hitting ingredients put together in Dethroner. Now this is a 21.8 gram scoop. It's got 13 different ingredients that are at least trademarked. There's a lot going on here and there's been a lot of discussion. So in this video, I want to talk about how these all things work together, what they all are, and what our thoughts on it are. So obviously I normally don't talk about anecdotes. Normally I talk about a lot of just the hard science on this. I do want to add in here, I've actually taken this quite a few times before we got to this video, both timing and also just my own curiosity. And I want to talk about the fact that there was a lot of discussion over whether or not this wide variety of different ingredients was, we could say, worth it or going to work together, or there's a lot of different ways to talk about mechanistic overlap, right? There's a lot going on here and whether or not it's all worth it. Now, I always say, I don't know the value of a dollar for a consumer. I don't know how much money you make, how much you invest into your fitness, how much you want in your supplements. That being said, I've used this quite a few times and I can say that every time I've had it an above average workout. Now, average for me is using some of the best supplements in the industry, and I always saw a notable boost using this product. That's not really surprising considering how much is in here, but I've really enjoyed it, and I am someone who talks about mechanistic overlap and the possibility that putting together 9 grams of citrulline malate with Nitrosigine, you're talking about 2 different eNOS boosters that may or may not work against each other or not bring you as far as you'd think. But every time I've used this, I've had an incredible workout, an incredible pump, incredible focus. So for me, I do actually think it's worth it for myself. Is it worth it for you? Well, let's talk about what's in it and find out. So right off the bat, like I said, 9 grams of citrulline malate. Now this is at 2-to-1 ratio, which means you're getting about 6 grams of citrulline. And that's actually really cool because the Nitrosigine in here is at 1.5 grams, which is what we have here, is also equal to 6 grams of citrulline. So off the bat, you're getting a lot of nitric oxide production. We're gonna get a lot of blood flow from this product, and there are some other reasons why we would get some more blood flow. I don't think that citrulline malate for most viewers here is gonna be necessary to have a lot of education. Know that citrulline is more efficient than arginine. It's the newest, it's one of the newer ways of creating a pump right now, but there's a lot more going on in here, so let's keep moving. After that, we have a hydration osmolytic type product here, Hydro Prime. It's glycerol powder at 65%. Now this is coming from NNB. Already we talked about a couple different companies that we are big fans of, Nutrition 21, NNB. There's a lot going on here that we're really big fans of. Now I saw a lot of glycerols not meeting spec in the industry, and that's where Hydro Prime was actually born out of. We said to NNB, yo, you guys need to make something that actually is to spec, and that's where Hydro Prime was born. Glycerol is going to help with hydration, like I said. That hyperhydration that we often talk about is when you take some of this glycerol and consume a bolus amount of water, really inflates your muscles, brings all that water in, and really improves performance across a lot of different reasons. If you want, we've got a lot of glycerol content on the YouTube channel. I would recommend looking into that. There's so much going on in this product that I can't go as deep as I want to in every product. The content does exist here, and I'm just trying to help you understand what each ingredient is going to do without too deep of a dive. I'm going to say here again, Nitrosigine is equal to 6 grams of citrulline. It's been shown by the University of Nebraska, which was not funded by Nutrition 21 at all. It's also helpful for cognitive flexibility. There's a little bit of a lift in non-stimulant energy rate. The perceived energy of this actually was shown for 72 hours for users to perceive more energy without extra stimulants. So across a bunch of different reasons here, you're gonna have a bunch of different benefits for a workout purpose. Already we've got a lot of hydration, a lot of pump, some focus, and now we get into taurine. You got 1.5 grams here. Taurine has an entire meta-analysis on why athletes should just use it. I frequently reference this. Taurine is one of those ergogenic products that is, again, an osmolyte. It helps out with hydration. That's what an osmolyte means. It also helps out with performance, endurance, and a lot of other athletic benefits. So whether you're doing cardio or that's not what I would use this product for, but whatever type of athletic thing you're doing, lifting weights, physique, strength, power, there's a lot of different reasons Taurine should fit tons of different athletes. I recommend everyone in the gym uses it. We also have coconut water powder here. Honestly, ironically, it's probably one of the least compelling ingredients in here. Coconut water powder brings a lot of different trace minerals. It's a very popular ingredient, helps a lot with flavor, but in the face of these 13 different special ingredients, I can appreciate the fact that they also threw this in addition to all those expensive ingredients, because believe me, this is an expensive product. From there, we've got Vasodrive Ap at 1,000 milligrams, over twice the normal dosage of Vasodrive. Normally we see 254 to 508. They put a full gram in here. In fact, some people who don't know about this product or where it's made or the quality behind it, or really just the fact that it could exist, believe this product didn't exist because they didn't believe that was possible. It is possible at Ekkovision. Vasodrive is cool because it's not a aggressive or offensive pump ingredient. We call it a defensive pump ingredient. It helps make sure that nitric oxide stays around longer, which is pretty cool because you got a lot of things in here creating nitric oxide. Now we're going to keep it around for longer. After that, we got pine bark, 95% pycnogenol at 500 milligrams. Big dosages again. Now this is full of phenolic antioxidant compounds, which are going to upregulate an enzyme called endothelial nitric oxide synthase. Again, eNOS, creating more nitric oxide, more vasodilation. There's going to be a lot of pump here. Every time I take this product, I get a lot of pump. That's followed up by sodium chloride. Sodium is going to be really important because it's a big part of muscle contractions, but also hydration. So they're not neglecting any smaller part of performance here, from these big hard-hitting ingredients all the way down to simple necessities like salt. L-ornithine here at 500 milligrams helps turn lactic acid into usable energy, or getting it out of the body so you can actually keep moving. Green tea extract, Cellflow 6. Honestly, I wish the Cellflow 6 was at the front. I know this is the proper way to label it, but Cellflow 6 is so much more than just green tea extract. At 300 milligrams here, there's gonna be a lot of different just healthy heart benefits, but also really lending into the pump part. Green tea extract on its own is able to help fat burning, better circulation, better insulin sensitivity, reducing blood pressure, a stronger feeling of overall well-being. But Cellflow 6 is a patented extract of green tea. Now, the catechin antioxidants in this are supposedly standardized specifically. I don't know a lot of what's in Cellflow 6, and there's a lot of studies and science coming out about it, so I'm interested in seeing more of this very soon. Cellflow 6 has a cult-like following online for the pump that it creates. And ironically, of all of the trademarked ingredients and patented ingredients, this is the lowest dosage of them because 300 milligrams is the study dosage. We see people, ironically, going up to 900 milligrams at some points. I think that probably would have been a little too expensive to add into this formula, but I love the fact that they included Cellflow 6 because this is the new generation of Vaso 6 you guys might remember from previously, using those old standardizations, but adding even more. Now, finally, moving into the second half of this, we've got Alpha Size at 300 milligrams. Alpha GPC in a trademarked version. This is going to be helpful for increasing power, increasing focus, all sorts of really awesome things that you guys know Alpha GPC for. Rodeo Prime, one of my favorite ingredients. And I gotta say, we were involved in this one, but rhodiola on the market is so often just standardized for rosifins and not enough salidrosides. But we really believe that salidrosides are what drive the focus. So we talked to NNB about coming out with a 6% salidroside content. And now this is actually not rhodiola rosea. They had to go to rhodiola crenulata to source that high salidroside content. The focus on this is unlike any other herbal. In my opinion, it puts those blinders on and gets me training. An extra here is going to help out with creating a better effect from caffeine, but also getting rid of the crash. Now, an extra is cool because it helps with stimulants both with caffeine and without it. It's studied in both cases, but with it, it actually improves the experience on caffeine and gets rid of a lot of the crash. Now, obviously with that, I like that they've got the caffeine anhydrous after there. Ironically, it's just because of the dosage, but at 250 milligrams, we have some caffeine, but not too much. NT has commented a lot on the dosage of caffeine. He's careful about it, and I like that because caffeine can turn off a lot of people. With that, they've also got Fitnox, which is again another pump ingredient. This is going to be wild for you bodybuilders that are looking for the biggest pump possible. They've got a lot of stuff going on here. Theobromine at 200 milligrams is kind of chemically the cousin of caffeine. It's going to bolster up the feeling of caffeine, but it's not going to give you too much like if they had just added in another 200 milligrams. Elevate TP is an H and peat extract and an apple extract. At 150 milligrams, this is the clinical dosage. Now, this is designed, as you might expect, to increase your body's ATP production. Now, ATP is the universal cellular energy unit that we all need. Mild deficiencies of this might make you feel tired or unmotivated, but in a 2019 review of ATP research showed that ATP deficiencies can cause serious, potentially fatal illnesses. Now, a 2016 placebo-controlled study showed that subjects who took 150 milligrams, the dosage that's in this, had significantly greater strength on barbell squats and deadlifts by the end of the study period. Additionally, their vertical jump speed and power improved. Big fans of using this dosage here. Now, I started to round out this formula on Synactiv, 150 milligrams. This is triple what we normally see. Now, Synactiv is important for removing dead cells, but also lowers inflammation post-workout. It also lowers the rate of perceived exertion in workout, so it's going to make you train harder without really needing to try harder. It's going to help you recover faster, get rid of inflammation, and bring in new cells instead of those old senescent cells. I love this ingredient, and this might be a reason why I feel so good when I use this product. On the end here, they've got S7, which is an ingredient from Futureceuticals, touted for increasing nitric oxide, but I actually really like the antioxidant benefits here. Cognatic is also another ingredient from Futureceuticals. You guys might recognize it as its previous name, Neurofactor. Helps increase BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, increasing focus in the gym, and of course estrogen here. Because you have so many ingredients in here, we have to make sure that you're absorbing it all well. Hopefully that wasn't too long for you guys to appreciate and understand. I didn't go as in-depth as I normally would, but this would be probably an hour-long video if I did. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I will be checking the comments on this, and I'd love to answer all of them. I did get this product for free, so I do have to disclose that, but we don't have actually any affiliate business relationship with Ekkovision. I just really like the product, and I love talking about it. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.